And we're on the line this morning with Bob Walk of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Sunny day here in Indiana, PA. Bob, what's it like where you are?
Sunny day here. It might be a little warmer here. Who knows? Maybe you guys get the great weather today too. But it's walk out here next to the swimming pool.
Yeah, you're breaking my heart.
It's pretty nice. The sun is just clearing a couple of palm trees over there to the left. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, well, it's going to be nice here today, too. Mostly sunny and 62, but it's going to go downhill after that. On Sunday, the high is 35. We can't wait for that one. Hey, Bob, you saw Pirates baseball over the weekend. What must that have felt like? I bet you it was a pretty good thing to see, huh?
Yeah, it was. It was fun to start watching. Fun for me to kind of see some of these guys that we touched on this maybe Monday, or not Monday, Friday, that see some of these guys we've been talking about for the last couple of years, especially last year when it seemed like our minor league teams were just ripping things up, and a lot of great efforts down there. And now I'm getting firsthand looks at some of them. Mason Martin yesterday, he was very impressive with what he did at the bat. The big home run, of course, home runs are always impressive. Nothing windblown about it. I mean, he crushed it. Mm-hmm. But then his next time up, we were losing 10-4. He got up. He only had 2 at bats. He got up the last time, 9th inning. We're down 10-4. Big home run hitter. But there's nobody on base. What are you going to do? Try and hit another home run. Instead, he played it like it was a regular season game. He took an off-speed pitch and just slapped it the other way for a single to get a base runner going. Get the inning going. Which I go, oh wow, that's kind of neat. He didn't just try and show the guys, oh look, here I'm going to hit another home run. But the fact that he can kind of adjust his swing a little bit, and he's thinking about, okay, what's the situation, what's the score, or maybe it was a lucky thing. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with that's what he wanted to do. That's what he was looking to try and do, just get on base, and he got that accomplished. And during a regular season, that's what you're looking for. And guys that are going to play the game in a way that it matches what the scenario is. What's happening in the game? Where are we at? What's the score? What inning is it? That sort of thing. So I like seeing that. But I like seeing all these guys, that we've been talking about. Contreras looked great on the mound yesterday. I mean, I think he walked the guy, but it was like no big deal. It was very close. He wasn't wild. He wasn't, scattering his pitches all over the place, but he had very good body language out there. He looked like a veteran, like he'd been in the big leagues for a few years. So
yeah, he was unstoppable at Altoona last year.
Oh yeah, and so that's why it's so exciting to see these guys up here. And I don't want to see. Now there was a younger pitcher out there later in the game that was like, he was a little wild. He'd make some good pitches, make some bad pitches. He kept slapping his leg. He kept looking down every time he made a bad pitch and shake his head no. And you could see he was like physically or mentally really just upset with himself. And I'm going, man, that's not what the coaches are looking for. They want to see you can control your emotions a little bit out there. I'm not totally against showing some emotion out there, but not, the first 3 or 4 hitters of your first major league spring training game. You got to kind of show that, you believe in yourself.
Yeah, there's you
know what I mean.
Yeah, there's emotion and then there's composure, and those are the two things.
Exactly.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about this since you brought up about the young guys. Basically, the Greensboro team from last year, the high A team, did so very, very well, and a bunch of those guys are in Altoona now, and the manager and coach, number one coach, went up as well. Keeping them all together as a group has to be pretty comforting for those guys to get to the next level, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, and you think about what really helps a big league team out the most, especially one that's in our situation where we're not going to spend $210 million on a 4-year contract to a free agent. You want guys that are impact-type young players to come up in a bunch, in like a core, because that's going to give you 4 or 5 years to where you're going to be very competitive and you got a shot at winning something. Now, best-case scenario, the pipeline stays open and you're able to add and replace guys as some of those core players move on. But at least, at the minimum, you keep guys together that not only are good individually, but are used to winning. And they all come up within a year or two of each other to the big leagues. That's a good situation to be in. So that's probably a little bit to do with why they're keeping all these guys together. It's better for them mentally too, that to play with guys that they're used to.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we need to look at a couple of the guys that we are really wondering about this year. Kevin Newman, of course, he hit about $1 million last year in Bradenton and then struggled at the plate, but he's made adjustments. Cole Tucker has made adjustments to his swing too, and so far for both of those fellows, it looks like it's working.
Yeah, it's incredibly small sample size, but it's better than like if you saw him, get off to a bad start. Newman's actually both guys' case. Tucker's more of his overall hitting. He's never really shown good hitting numbers up here, but even when he has hit, a lot of it is like little flares here and there, and and if you ever stand up next to the guy, he's a big strong kid, and so. And with Newman in particular, he has had some success up here batting average wise. And, he that first year, he also drove the ball pretty well and hit some home runs. He's looking to get some strength back in his game. The exit velocities off the bat really dropped down a lot last year. Old school term is he quit hitting the ball very hard. Yeah. Everything was soft. When he did get hits, most of the time it was just a soft little blooper somewhere. Ground ball through the infield, like he was just trying to make contact and not strike out. I think we need more from him than that, and he showed that he's capable more that rookie year. So he has publicly made it known that his goal is to get stronger and drive the ball better. Have the ball come off his bat a lot harder. And first time up yesterday, he drove the ball the base of the left center field fence for a leadoff double to start the game. So. That looked good. I'm glad to see it. I'm sure it felt good to him.
What about for you as a broadcaster? I know it's spring training for the players, but there you were calling your first action over the weekend. Were you mid-season form yet?
I don't know if I'm ever in mid-season form anymore. Yesterday on the radio, it's really easy. I was sitting there with Greg, and each kind of doing his radio thing, and I'm just throwing in my 2 cents every now and then. The place you got to really do something. So when you're a color guy and you're on TV, you have to do way more talking, and you have to talk about things that they're showing in replays and all that stuff. That's where I think you can really, you got to get back into the swing of things. Is those TV games. At the radio games, we got 2 good play-by-play guys. I just sit there and watch the game, and when I hear them quit talking, if I got something to say, I'll throw it out there. But radio's pretty easy on the color guy, especially in spring training. They do all the hard work. They get all the names, all the changes, all that stuff. Today, I think it's a webcast today. I'll be relying on Joe a lot today.
There you go. And you don't have to run the warning track after you're done with your outing today either, do you? Like you did when you were.
No, I miss that. The guys don't do that anymore. I don't know what they do. They go back and get on the treadmill or something. Yeah, the old, give me 10 foul poles after you pitch 4 innings. I don't see that anymore. That was part of spring training. It was just one of those. It's like the seagulls flying around over something you just accepted as spring training.
Oh, yeah. It's a whole part of the whole atmosphere. Hey, Bob, thanks so much for spending time with us today.
It was a pleasure. I'm going to be passing off to somebody else on Wednesday, but
yeah, we'll have Joe.
We only each of us only get a couple of days this year because of the short spring training. But it was a pleasure to spend at least 2 days with you, and so far so good. Liking what I see down here.
Terrific stuff. Hey, Bob, thanks so much. Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. There's Bob Walk from Pittsburgh.